What's up, y'all? This is your spiritual nomad, Montre Bible. Yes, that's my real last name. And gonna do a reaction video to this young man right here. It's called Life Rant. He looks pretty young. Looks like I would say, what would you say about Gen Z? I think he's Gen Z. He doesn't look like a millennial. If he is, he's one of the younger millennials, but he looks like he's in his 20s. I'm gonna say he's a Gen Zer, and it looks like he is going on for 13 minutes about something. So it caught my attention once again. Came across my feed. Love the algorithm. And let's see what the young folks is talking about. All right. So, all right, let's see what y'all doing. What's the issue?
I always feel like I'm left out of things. Growing up, I used to always care about people
He's already going in. All right, let me see what's up. Good thing I got my mimosa.
put others first. When I used to go out and play with my friends at the park or when there's snack time in class, I used to always go to the corner store
He done went way back. Snack time. Well, like in kindergarten? How old is this kid? Now I'm thinking 19.
and buy a lot of snacks and drinks. And when I would get back to the park, I would share with everybody, and everybody would be happy. And I would make sure I give everybody a bag of chips. And if they didn't want something to eat, I would give them a drink. When we're all kids, we
Is he a cancer? I'm getting cancer vibes. He give everybody a bag of chips. Let me tell you, when I was a kid, I was selling bags of chips and candy. I don't know if any of y'all did that back in when I was growing. We would get a bag of candy and bring it to school and sell it. $1 for a candy bar. My mama said, "Don't give anything away."
just eat chips and drink hugs. Back when chips used to be a quarter and a small hug drink would be a quarter. Those were the good times. And I remember during class when I
He
would bring a
already on the good
snack
old
and when
days.
some of my classmates didn't have nothing to eat and they asked me if they could get some, I would give them some of my snack,
But that's kindergarten. That's what all kids do in kindergarten.
whether it was chips, cookies, or whatever I had. But I remember there were a few days where I didn't have any money. I couldn't buy my own chips and
And then nobody buy you
drinks. And when
nothing.
they had snacks and we were all playing at the park, when they had something to drink, I would ask them, "Can I get some chips?" And they would say no. And that really
Ah,
got to me because all this time I
welcome
got
to
y'all
the world.
backs. I would share with everybody. But then when I'm down, when I don't have any money, when I have nothing to eat, nobody cared about me. I just sat by myself. I just felt stupid.
Welcome to the
I just
world.
felt like I didn't really have any true friends. I
Should have put some
didn't
price
really
on
have
them
anybody that
chips.
cared about me. And the same thing would happen in class.
It's not that anybody doesn't care, and in the same sense, true, nobody really cares. But you cannot. What is a? It says you can't just give. If you give your money away, people will take it, and your money is your time. It is your the things that you buy with your money. If you and in an older sense, I don't know if this guy's in his early 20s. Like, what did they say? Never let people party in your apartment because they will never leave. If you say, "Hey, yeah, you can stay over my place," make sure you charge them. I'm just gonna give you this is daddy advice. Am I giving daddy advice? Am I showing my age? If you let people stay over, and say, "Hey, man, I'm hard on my luck. I need a place to stay." Sure, it'll cost you get charge them a low price. But if you say, "Yeah, you can stay for free indefinitely," guess what? They're gonna take advantage of that, and you're gonna lose a friend. Especially when it comes to like lending money and stuff like that, you're gonna lose friends doing all that, trying to take care of people. Especially if they're men. Let men be men. Men will figure it out. Girls tend to do it too, and then get away with it. But it sounds like he may he may have a girl issue too.
If I forget to bring a snack or I
What
didn't
is this
have
deal with
money
snack?
and I had nothing to eat and I asked the same people that I share with, like, "Hey, can I get a piece?" And they would be like, "No."
No, I don't even remember your name. Oh, he gonna cry.
That's when I realized nobody nobody cares about
Don't
you in this
cry.
world.
No, people care. Your mama care.
Everybody just wants to be around you.
If you got the money.
Everybody just wants to be around you when you have money,
Mm,
when you can feed
I want to give this guy a hug. He's crying in his car.
them, when you can help them.
Okay, here's a rule of thumb too. If you're gonna give, you give without expecting something in return. Don't ever give to expect something in the future from that person. I don't give unless I have a surplus to give. And when I do it, I forget about it. That's how I do it. If I cannot do, I'm not going to make myself broke trying to help you out. If I don't have that extra, then I am sorry. Hard up. Sorry for you. But if I got a little extra, I'm a Pisces. So if I give, I'm giving that little bit of extra that I had I wasn't going to use. And I just forget about it. If they pay me back, then I remember that. Okay. And I said, oh, this is a good person. They've got, well, we won't say good. I'll say this is a person of integrity, which is if I give you something and you pay me back, I will remember that. That's a person of integrity. And I put that in my mental list of people. If I don't hear back from that person and then they come back asking for money, I remember that as well. And I said, you still owe me money. I will never, never ask them for that money. I'm not going to chase money down. Money chase me. I don't chase money. Money chase me. But that's neither here or there. If I lend money out or whatever, and I don't hear from that person again until they want some more money, I said, didn't I give you? I keep a list of money. I gave you money like last month, and what's the problem? Why are you? Why don't you ever have money? And there will be people up into their 30s, 40s who will still be in that mindset because they are constantly used to people giving to them. Just saying, but that ain't nothing to cry about. There's just users out there. And once you realize there are people who use other people, men and women, then you don't. It's you just realize that's just how people are. But not everybody. Everybody's not like that. There are some good-hearted people like you. Just don't take it out on yourself.
But the moment you're down and you don't have any money or you don't have anything, nobody sees you anymore. Nobody cares about you anymore. Nobody cares. And life just sucks. I remember when I was younger, just growing up being different.
Sweetheart, you are young. That's what I'm talking about. Gen Z, man. They think they already arrived. You haven't. You are. This kid is young. Remember when I was younger? You look a good 19, maybe 20.
And just feeling like
I would card him at a bar.
I was ugly and I used to think like if I could just be average, if I could just fit in with everybody else and just get along, how life would be so much better. And I remember one time I was at the playground with my friends,
Wait, did he want to be average
and
as
there
a
was this
goal?
one girl that came up to me and she was like, I've never met somebody as ugly as you. Like, you're so ugly.
You are not ugly, y'all. He's not ugly. He's a cute guy. You see, you can't let ragamuffins judge you. You just got to have confidence. And right now, I'm not feeling the confidence, man. I'm feeling the insecurity. But ugly, far from it.
Like, you're really ugly. I remember telling her, I
That's what
remember
I would have
saying,
told
like,
her.
I know I'm ugly.
What?
And
What?
I wish
No,
I was
no. You do not confirm that. Especially to a female. No, bruh. Someone needed. Where's his daddy? Someone need to school this one
better looking, but I'm not. Nobody cares about you. And
because you got to care about yourself first and foremost.
life itself is just a constant struggle. I feel like I can never get a peace of mind. There's always the next challenge. Once I solve one thing, another problem comes.
That's what makes life interesting.
It is never ending.
It's a game.
It's like I used to struggle with relationships, but then when I get a girlfriend, I guess I just dated dated the wrong ones a few times,
You
and
giving too much.
I was just a nice guy. I
Too
was too
much.
nice and
Man up. Be a little mean. Tell people no. It's okay to tell people no. People actually like that when you tell them no.
always cared about their feelings and always made sure that they're
I would say this. I know I'm going. I'm on this rant. You have to take care of yourself. Put your oxygen mask on first before you put it on other people. And I feel like this guy, he's a super giver. He just giving, giving, giving. And that is going to attract narcissists and users. They go like, "Oh yeah, I got me one right here." And making videos crying in your car ain't gonna help.
happy. But perhaps I was just treating the wrong person right.
Uh, you think
And all they ever did was cheat on me and flirt with other guys and just left me for somebody else.
he's a
Even
nice
in
guy? I used to be
relationships,
like that.
it's a struggle
I'm
to
still a
find
nice guy.
someone that you're compatible with, someone that actually has your back, somebody that actually loves you and cares about you and isn't selfish. Even in
You are looking for yourself. So love yourself first and foremost.
relationships, you got to go through so many toxic relationships and so many people who don't deserve you.
Got to kiss
It's
a lot
hard
of
to just
frogs.
find some people who are loyal and trustworthy and you know will be there for you no matter what. It's so hard to find people like that.
It's not hard.
And it's not just finding a girlfriend that's loyal, it's finding friends that are loyal,
Uh oh.
finding genuine people that actually care about you. It's a constant struggle.
Want to
And
write
you
a
don't
song
have
about
as
it?
much friends. And then the little bit of friends
I would say take all that frustration and be creative with it. YouTube videos nice, but write a poem about it. Get that anger out because it's gonna eat you up. I am a nice guy, and I'm still a nice guy, but you have to do it in portions. You can't give your 100% to people that have not even shown you they're gonna give 100% to you or even giving you anything. It's good to be nice, but not too nice.
that you have in high school,
Okay,
once you graduate, you
okay.
no longer really communicate with them. We kind of all just go down our different paths and we kind of just separate. And life
Man, I
after school is just loneliness, and you really only have
get a dog,
a few friends, if that.
and that's all you need. You only need five good people. All those people high school, most of them gonna be losers. You'll know a lot of people in high school. Then you go to college and you meet some more people. Uh, Only a few of those people you're gonna pick from, and they're gonna be with you for life. I have some people I've known from college, like for almost 20 years. I don't talk to them every day. I don't need to. I got things to do. They got things to do. As you become the older you get, the more busier you get. You're always working, you're doing this, trying to pay bills. And there's more to life than that. But also you're traveling, you do have your own personal relationships, your own um, relationship that you want to focus on because you will find somebody. And you will want to, knowing this guy, he's gonna put his all into that. And you won't have time. This is the type of guy that when he does get a relationship, he ain't gonna have time for nobody else. He's gonna be focused on that, which he's gonna have to learn how to balance because you're gonna have to have your relationships and your friends. But right now he's in that low stage, right out of high school. I told you about 19. I'm feeling 19 here. Right out of high school, life is changing. Everyone's seeing you as an adult or kind of an adult because he's an adult, but he still hasn't got that man respect yet. And that takes a while to get man respect, where people respect you as an adult man, and they don't look you as a kid, but you got to act like a man.
And then all it really is just working 9 to 5. And most people are just miserable and lost and don't really know what they want to do with their life, or just and you just work your whole life away until you're old, and if the economy is any good you might be able to retire, and then from there you have a few years left and then you just die. That's all life really.
Lord, I remember the emo stage back in the 90s. This was what this reminds me of. Like Gen Z has some of that old Gen X kind of attitude of, but it's more depressing. Gen X was like, we are like, whatever. But life has its dark moments, but it does have its bright moments. But you gotta open your eyes to it.
Is you're born, you go to school, you work, you get old, you retire, and then you just die. Sometimes I really wonder what the purpose of life is. It's a
To
lot of
create a purpose.
suffering, a lot of
The purpose of life is to create a purpose. No one's gonna tell you. You have to create your own purpose. You have to decide this is what I want, this is what I'm gonna do, and do it. Yeah, working is a part of it, but don't make your job your life. You create other things that you love to do. Everyone has something that they love to do. If you haven't figured that out, you need to take some time to figure that out. Which is, like I said, if it's art, is it drawing, is it dancing, is it singing, is it talking on YouTube? Do it.
It's just a lot of emotional trauma and suffering and betrayal and struggles. And the only advice that we really get is, oh, make sure you go to college. Make sure you go to college.
Yeah.
Not everybody's meant to go to college.
I will say don't travel. Get out of your town. Get out of your city. College is too expensive. You get your degree, and it doesn't really matter. Jobs are not looking for college degrees anymore. They used to, and that was a way to filter people out. But with the internet, they're hiring people overseas. You need the skills. Learn a new skill. Learn IT. Learn how to do AI. Learn how to configure AI. I say travel. If when you're, especially for this guy, he's this young, he needs to travel. He needs to get out of his little town or whatever, and the girls he's talking to there. Go to another city. Go party a little bit. Go to another country. Take a vacation, and just have a spiritual journey and get one with nature. And see, there's more to life than college. Yes, there's more to life than just working. It's living life, but you have to decide that you and I I think you have more opportunity to do that when you're young because man, I get sleepy at midnight.
Not everybody really, it's not really the best path for some people, because some people just ends up getting their degree and can't even get a job in that
I
field.
just
It's just
said
a
that.
waste of money. And you know what the worst feeling is? When you have a degree and you feel like that degree is worthless and you feel worthless. That's the worst
Well,
feeling.
you
When
are
you
not your
feel like
degree.
a degree on your resume means nothing,
It
when you
doesn't.
can't even land a job interview, when it can't even get
You
past
need skills.
their automated system that
Yup.
just rejects you. You don't even get a human to look at that resume with a degree on there.
I
You
wrote
feel
about that.
worthless.
I made a blog about that like a few years ago, and the automated rejection letters, and they will filter you out quick. That's why I avoid applying to huge companies. Huge companies. I like the smaller, medium-sized companies because they tend to look at resumes a little bit more personalized. But the world is changing. Just you gotta keep up.
And then even when you have a degree, you don't have any experience. If you haven't,
Oh, oh,
it's like a
Lord,
degree means nothing when you have no experience, when you have no
you
connections.
gotta
When
go do it.
entry level jobs require 5 years of experience, it's just frustrating.
I feel
It's like,
you.
what was the point of me going to school then? What was the point of me getting this degree? Like, can we have some real entry level
Indoctrination.
jobs? Can we get some real entry level jobs that require no experience? Can we see some of that? And then when jobs want 5 professional references, like, I could be hardworking. I'm a quick learner.
So when you're young like that, I had to tell my little brother like this. You need to use people in your community to write you references. If you have none, if you at a church, get your pastor to write you one. If you've had any job, I mean, I've had jobs at 16. Then go to those people and say, hey, can you write me a reference? And then every time you get hired at a job, you keep those people on LinkedIn and say, hey, I'm trying to get some more. I don't know how many times companies look at references either. Um, the places I've been hired at, I don't recall any. Well, maybe they did. I don't know.
But I don't have the 5
Or get your friends, get your friends to pretend to be a reference.
references that you want, 5 professional references that you want. I don't have that. I
People lying about it, man. Don't stress about it.
don't have that much work experience. And then being an introvert, it's just hard to connect with people to get these professional references. But I know if I put my mind to something and I work hard, I could do it. I could do the job.
Somebody get this
And
boy a job.
perhaps on paper, I don't look like the most qualified person. But then I see a bunch of people that get hired because everything looks good on their resume. They look qualified on their resume, but they're not really the best fit for that company. And they don't do the best job, but they get hired. I don't know. It's just,
It's
life is
frustrating.
too hard,
He
man.
frustrated.
There's
Life is
always the
supposed to
next
be hard.
challenge and the next challenge. You fix this, another problem. I'm tired.
You gonna have challenges. If like it's like working out. You don't go to the gym and it's easy. If you just do all the easy weights, you're not gonna get stronger. Use this as a motivation of getting stronger. I think he's gonna be strong. instead of being frustrated, say I'm motivated to do better. I'm motivated to get this job. I'm motivated not to get this job, get a job that I get the most from. That's a mental state. And from a spiritual nomad POV, his self-talk is creating his reality. And he's only able to see a certain minuscule part of life, which is the hard stuff. But he needs to change his language and say, I'm motivated to find what I'm looking for. I'm motivated instead I'm frustrated. Life sucks. Say, life is hard, but it's making me stronger and I'm gonna get through this. Man, I've been homeless and I felt exactly like this kid where I'm like, nobody cares about me. But I said, you know what? I care about me and the universe cares about me. And I I'm gonna get through this. You know what I mean? It took a self resilience. Is that the word? A resilience within my own self to say, I don't want to live on the street, and I don't care if nobody cares about me, or even in the streets, people were trying to use me for. And I was like, oh no, I am not the one. So yeah, you got to have a self reliance and a self resilience to wake up in the morning and say, I'm going to conquer this.
Tired. I'm tired. I'm tired of figuring shit out. I'm tired of trying to solve these problems.
Welcome to being a
And that's
man.
true. Nobody in this world can help you. Nobody in this world can. Nobody in this world cares about you, and nobody in this world can help you. The only person that can help you is yourself.
Yep.
And that's just a
Especially when it
lonely
comes to young
world.
men.
Such a lonely world to live in.
When it
Like
comes to young men.
sometimes I feel like
He's going through what a lot of young men go through. The world really, what does they say? Young men are disposable. um, where a lot of them find purpose in the military, which I'm like, don't do that because they see them as disposable. And you have to bring yourself purpose. You have to become your own boss. You have to say, I'm going to do this. But because, especially when it comes to young men, a lot of people will not reach out and be like, yeah, yeah, I care about you, blah blah blah. Because I don't know, it's just how being a guy works. You even see like uh females who trans into men and hate it. They become trans men, they hate it because they realize that nobody cares about them anymore. Because women like to, talk and group up and do all types of things, where young men, are seen as a threat. Or what are you doing? Why are you talking to me? And yeah, if you're down on your luck, oh well, do something, So just the way of the world, and that's all over the place.
if poor people ran the government, life would probably be so much better.
I don't know about that.
Because the rich people, they don't understand the struggles of everyday poor
If
people.
poor
When they
people
don't know
ran the
something, they
government,
just hire people to solve their problems. They have connections. They have
it would still be the same. It would still be the same because poor people ran the government. Government is power. Power is money. That money would get into their hands eventually. We may have the same cycle because it's like when you see governments get overthrown and then a certain regime will take over. Those are the poor people, and then corruption still happens. Absolute power corrupts absolutely, and I forget where that quote is from. Someone Google that for me. Let me know. But something I remember growing up in school.
the money to just
The
fix things.
Shakespeare.
You don't understand how it feels to be poor, and when you don't know something, you just don't have the money to hire people to
You don't
figure
have
things
money,
out
but
for
you're
you.
not poor. See, that's that
You
language
can't
again.
hire people to solve your
You
problems.
got to say,
Like
hey,
only poor people genuinely knows how it feels to be down here. And I feel like the older we get, we just have less friends. And the way society is
you don't need them.
going
You just need about five.
nowadays, everybody is so isolated. Everybody's just
That's the internet.
on their
Get
devices.
outside.
Everybody wants human connection, but nobody wants to reach out. Nobody wants to
That's his
actually
generation. That's
connect.
a Gen Z thing.
I just want a few solid friends that just has your back when you're down, and you'll have their back when they're down. That's all I want. And it's even worse when you don't have supportive parents. Your parents are the ones that care about you, yet they're the first ones to put you down. They're the first ones to tell you that you're useless, that that you're nothing, that you're just
Well, damn.
trash, and never support you in anything you do. Every
Did your parents really call you trash? Really? I don't know about that. You might be over exaggerating. Sometimes parents can be harsh. Yes. Because parents have a very high expectation because they want you to go over and beyond what they've done. And when they don't see that, they can be harsh because it's a different generation. But I don't know if they're calling you trash or you feeling like trash when they talk to you. Because be clear, you hear a lot of negative language here.
everything you do is wrong.
It might be.
If you don't do what they want you to do, you're wrong. It's like, can I just do what I like?
What do you like?
Like, do you even know what I like to do in my life? Do you even know what makes me happy?
See, that's why you have to express it. You can't expect people to guess. Yep. And I don't think he's expressing what he truly wants to do, but he's being pushed around. Still getting cancer vibes from this guy.
And perhaps I have certain passions that I want to pursue.
Do it.
Can I just do that
Yes.
without being compared to everybody else? Like, oh, look at your cousins, look at this person, look at that person, they're so successful. Can I not be compared with anybody else because I'm me?
You know, parents do that. They compare you. They don't be comparing kids. Your sister does way better. Uh, That's growing up, siblings and stuff like that. I used to tell my mom, you know what? This is how I used to flip it on mom. I'm your best child. Just admit it. I'm your best child. She knows it. She won't tell me, but I let her know.
I'm not them.
Sometimes you gotta tell your parents who you are. I said, I'm your best child. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't see nobody else listening to you on the phone.
It's always about them being better than you at certain things. What about me being good at things? What about the things that I'm good at?
What are you good at?
Is that not important?
I haven't heard yet. See, you need to tell people what you're good at. I'm gonna,
Like,
I'm
definitely
sending you
does
some good
suck, and
vibes here.
there's a lot of
Look,
struggles. But all we can really do is live day
get out
by
that
day,
front.
take one day at a time, one step at a time, and I don't
One
know, life
day
just
at a
sucks, man.
time,
And just
sweet
societal
Jesus.
pressure. And sometimes the pressure can really get to you, and you just feel worthless.
Let it go, man. Let it cry.
And
Cry it
you
out.
just feel like you're not built for this world. Like,
You
there's
are.
days where I
You
feel
gotta
like I'm
build
just
up.
not built for this world.
Gotta build up, man.
Like, this world is too much. I'm just not meant.
It's
I'm just
not too
not meant
much.
to
You
be in it.
you got it.
I don't know.
Stay
It's
strong.
tough.
Stay strong, little brother.
I just constantly tell myself the
Gen Z be
best
going
thing
to
that I
that
could
dark
do
side,
is
man.
just keep holding on and just keep pushing. I just gotta take it one day at a time and focus on one step at a time.
One
I just
step at a
gotta keep
time, make
going.
your reality.
I just gotta be myself,
Yep.
and I gotta be my best self and keep pushing.
Come on.
I think we all have them days where we feel like we want to give up.
Don't.
I think the most scariest thing, if you really think about it, is not everybody wins. In life, you'll have
Well,
winners
duh.
and you'll have losers.
And that's what the problem with Gen Z is. He's figuring it out because we started giving everybody trophies saying everybody can see, everybody's a winner. That's not true. And I think growing up, Gen X and some millennials figured that out pretty quick because we had to compete. And a lot of us lost. And we got used to it. Well, not used to losing, but we got used to competition. And you realize, hey, in order to be better, I have to work harder. You're not going to be good at everything. I ran track, I ran cross country, and I lost a lot of races. And there was one race I actually won. It was a relay race. And I actually won. And I got a gold medal. And I was so appreciative. And I was like, yes, finally. I passed up a guy. And then I said, well, I got that gold medal, but this is not what I wanted to. You got to try out a different bunch of different stuff, uh, succeed at it, and decide, hey, do I want to keep on doing this? And what did this when I was growing up, this one guy told me, try a lot of different things in your 20s. Try a lot of different jobs. You're gonna fail at some. You're gonna be good at others. You're gonna be awesome at some, and you're not gonna even have any passion toward it. You got to just get out there and do a bunch of stuff. And no one's saying, hey, you need to commit to this job. You need to commit to this dream. You need to commit to this person right now. Uh, this is the time where you need to date as many people, whether they're ugly, fat, whatever, even if you're not attracted to them, just see who they are. I'd done it and I was like, okay, this is cool, but I don't like this about people. Date people who you are not attracted to, like just for the date, not for the date, like have them pay for it, but just to meet people. And sometimes you will make friends because you took somebody out on a date, and that happens too. But when it comes to your dreams and aspirations, only you can give yourself that purpose. Only you can tell yourself, "Hey, this is what I want to do in life." Um, and then you have the right to change your mind. If even up to like I'm 45, I can still change my mind on things that I want to do and don't want to do. But just wanted to put some encouraging words out there to Gen Z and anybody who might be feeling like this guy. I am going to wrap this video up because he goes on for about another minute. I'll put the link of this video in the chat, not the chat, in the description, so you guys can watch the full video if you so choose to. And go to his channel. Send this boy some love. He need a hug. Send him some love. Send him some encouragement. Show him that you care about what he's talking about. Okay, and make your reality happen. Because if you don't do it, then who will? All right. Peace out, y'all.